Hey everyone, good morning. I am really excited to bring this tip to you, so welcome. Today I'm going to share my tip with you on how to prevent your concealer and powder from settling into these fine lines right around our eyes out here on the corner edges. Where are my mid-30s and up ladies? Right? So we just have to be extra careful about the skin around our eyes, and sometimes we have to change up our techniques as our skin changes and ages. So those of you that are new here to this page, welcome. 5 years ago, I'm the girl that was super intimidated by makeup, didn't know what blending was super afraid to wear one color of eyeshadow. That was me 5 years ago. A little bit of powder, some mascara, and some blush, and that was about it. I called it a day. That was 5 years ago. I have really grown and having a lot of fun learning new tips, learning new tricks, and realizing that makeup does not have to be that scary. It's not scary at all. Throughout these last 5 years, my confidence has grown just so much that it now is my mission to help others build purpose and passion and just increase their own confidence, and while working towards creating love, light, joy, and fulfillment in their lives. So welcome very much to today's tip and tricks video. My name is Amy and I'm really excited to get started. So here we go. So I've already washed, cleansed, and primed my skin. Now here's another little side tips and tricks. So when you're doing concealer, it really doesn't matter if you do it before or after your foundation. It's really a personal preference. You do what works for you. The only time it really does matter is if you're just strictly using a powder foundation. Because then you always want to do your concealer first, because if you try to apply a cream or liquidy based concealer over powder foundation, it's really going to crease and cake. So today we're going to do it first, and we are using this Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer in the color Organza. I like this color. It's a light shade, but it also has a little peachy hue to it, so it's going to correct any of this like dark purpley blueness that I have going on around the corners of my eyes. So we're going to do that first. Now, gone are the days when we're talking about fine lines and we don't want things to settle. Gone are the days that we do this big triangle, right? And we're trying to bring as little minimal product as we can to the outside of this area. Now we still are. I'm still gonna show you how you do that. But we're gonna concentrate. We're gonna bring our triangle. We're gonna just narrow it in a little bit. So you're still gonna use your ring finger. Because remember, our ring fingers apply the least amount of pressure, and we don't want to do any extra tugging or pulling around those eyes there. So I put it between my fingers and I just kind of warm it up a little bit. It's just going to help it blend and a little bit easier and a little bit more evenly. So this might even be too much. A little bit goes a long way, ladies, when we're talking about this, okay? So we're just going to put it, let me grab my mirror so I can make sure I can see what I'm doing here. We're just going to put it right here in the corner, and if you have any darkness, like sometimes it goes up like really in the corner and up a little bit into this part of your eyelid, go ahead and apply your concealer there, because we want to brighten up this area. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it right here in the corner. Just kind of gonna dab it. Good morning, Uncle TJ. How are you? And we're just going to put it right there in the, well, I'm a little bit too far up on my nose. So, and just bring that there. See how it's right there in the corner and we're really not going too far over here. See? All right, now we're going to go ahead and do the other side, because you want to put it there and you want to let it kind of warm up on your skin. Again, we warmed it up between our fingers. We're going to put it on our skin. We're going to warm it up a little bit and let it sit on your skin. And then we're going to blend it out. So, we're going to do the same thing on this side. If you're struggling a little bit like me this morning, using your fingers, you can always use a small brush. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So now we have it there. I'm just going to use my tissue and wipe a little bit of that. Well, we're going to leave it there for a second. Now, you can go ahead and use your fingers to blend this out. You can use a brush. You can use a blending bud, whatever really you feel most comfortable with. I know a lot of ladies, their fingers are their favorite tool for this. The only thing I'm going to caution, if you use a brush, I want you to use, it's kind of like dry brushing. Any of you artists out there? I'm not an artist. I don't pretend to be. But I know a few people who are. And so I've picked up some terms along the way, but really I'm not an artist. But if you're going to use a brush, you really just want to feather very lightly. Feather it out. And you want it very, like a dry brush almost. So I've been doing this technique, using this brush, for a few weeks now, just kind of testing it out because I saw someone else do it. And I've tried a few different brushes. I've tried a smaller brush like this, and I've tried the concealer end, this small fluffy brush on the end of this double-ended, and this works best for me. But I know some ladies that have better luck with those other two brushes. So again, do what works for you. And we're just gonna feather this out. And I'm bringing mine down because you see this redness I have around my nose. So I bring the tip of my triangle all the way down to my nose. But you do what works for you. Hey Ashley, good morning. How are you? Your 1-year anniversary is coming up, isn't it, my dear? That's exciting. And then you're just, with whatever little product you have left on your finger or your brush, is what you're going to bring out to the corner of your eye. So we still want to bring it out there. You see? Okay, I'm going to use my finger to do the other side. And you just kind of lightly, very gently, you see I'm kind of, I'm doing great. My niece is down in Peoria playing a softball tournament today. She's been there since Tuesday actually, and I went down Thursday and yesterday to watch her play. So hot. Can't imagine what it was like out there for them on the field. But you're just kind of, you see I'm not dragging my finger, I'm just kind of dabbing and patting along that area and spreading that concealer out. Do you see? All right. Now, here's the moment. So I've been doing that. I've been watching people say, to stipple out your concealer that way. Apply it only here and then lightly feather and bring it out to the corner of your eyes. This next step blew my dang mind. Blew my mind. So you take your blending bud and you take your rose water toning spritz. You can use a setting spray, a straight setting spray. I prefer to use our rose water because it acts like a setting spray, but it also nourishes, balances, and soothes your skin. So it's adding like a little extra skincare and age loveliness to that eye area of your face. Because let's face it, ladies, this part of our skin, it needs a little extra love and finesse, right? So a little extra love and care and soothing. So you're going to take your blending bud and you're going to spray this right on the tip. And then you're just going to smush it in there so it's not just all sitting around the edge there. And then you're going to bounce. You're going to bounce this and set that concealer. I don't know why I never thought to do this. I just go straight for powder. I never knew. So you're just going to squish that in there and you're just going to bounce it. And you see, this is what I mean by bounce. You're just pressing and dabbing and just right along underneath your eye on both sides. And this is going to help set that concealer so it's not going to crease. And yeah. Now, ladies, depending on your eyes, I'm going to give you a little moment, hard truth. And it depends on your eyes and how things are creasing. So if you have, like right under my eye, like right here, you can see this crease on both sides. It's super deep. And it's just the way my eyes are. So no matter what I do, it always creases right there. Always. And so I just make sure like it'll crease. Once I'm finished with my makeup, like I get in the car and then I look in the mirror and then I just take it and I gently even and blend it out, and then it's gone for the rest of the day. But if I do have to remember to do that step because it's a really deep crease. So no matter what I do, it's going to be there. So we've used our blending bud, we used our rose water spritz. Guess what, guys? This right here, this is on special this month for about 10 more days. Love this. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. I got a little bit of sun yesterday at the ball game, so I squirted it to alleviate some of the ouch on my shoulders, and I'm doing better this morning. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. Now we're going to go ahead and finish and set this concealer, and we're going to use our translucent setting powder, and just, I mean, like, not even, like, just a little swipe of this. Just the teeny tiniest amount, and we're just going to pat and dab this right along the inner corner of our eye. Just the teeny tiniest amount. And that's it. That is my new favorite tip and trick for getting your concealer under your eyes to not crease and settle into those fine lines. So try this out with the products you have. I'm going to be super excited to see and hear about your results. Please feel free to share them, to go ahead and let me know here in this thread how this is working for you when you go ahead and try it. And thanks so much for hanging out with me this morning. And tune in real soon. I'll be back with another really good makeup tip and trick. Have a wonderful Saturday, everybody. Thank you.